Hi, I'm John Berger from JB Legal. I'm a litigation attorney and a personal injury attorney in Lehi, Utah, and I work in Utah County and Salt Lake County and go all the way from Logan to St. George. So one of the things that my clients often ask me is whether or not they should use their health insurance after they get in a car accident. There's this myth out there that if you have health insurance and you get in a car accident, that you won't be able to use your health insurance. That the provider will say, hey, this is a car accident, you need to get this paid for by someone else. Now, usually that is due to the fact that you have something on your insurance policy called PIP. That's Personal Injury Protection Insurance. And now this is Utah specific. So laws about this are going to be different in each state. These topics are going to be addressing Utah accidents. So in Utah, you have personal injury protection that usually covers up to $3,000 of your health care related to the car accident. And so if you get in a car accident and you go to the emergency room or you end up going to a chiropractor or a physical therapist, they can bill your auto insurance policy for the $3,000. And until that's done, usually health insurance doesn't want to get involved until that PIP insurance is all used up, because PIP insurance should be primary after an accident. And so sometimes people get the impression, oh, I'm not supposed to use my health insurance, I have to use the car insurance. But really that's talking about personal injury protection first, and then moving on to your health insurance. Because if you use your health insurance, they do, generally speaking, have a right to be reimbursed. That's called subrogation. They have subrogation rights, which means the amounts that they actually pay on your behalf for treatment that's related to your car accident, they get to be reimbursed. And so it's not like it's free to use your health insurance. It doesn't mean that you get to be reimbursed for the medical bills and keep all of it. But a lot of times your health insurance can get you incredible contractual discounts. Sometimes they write off balances. And also, if your case is disputed and it takes a long time, it's nice that they have paid that up front so you don't have to wait to get reimbursed for some of that. Now, there are other types of treatment options that don't involve health insurance. One of those is called a lien. Now, you might hear about liens in different contexts. There's liens on your house, there's judgment liens, there's mechanics liens, there's workers liens. But this type of lien I'm talking about is where a medical provider says, okay, I'm not going to try to collect this money now. I'm not going to bill your health insurance. I'm going to actually put a lien against your personal injury case, which means that I get paid out of any settlement or I get paid out of a trial award or an arbitration award. And these liens sometimes can be a huge benefit to people who can't get the treatment that they need, whether that's because they don't have health insurance, or maybe the doctors that bill health insurance are slow, or maybe they're a little nervous about being involved. Sometimes clients need to use a lien and go to a provider that wants to specialize in personal injury cases and specialize in helping people who are hurt in accidents. Now, health insurance has those advantages where if you lose your case, you don't ever have to pay back the health insurance company. If it turns out that the accident was your fault, or if it's disputed, or if it turns out that that health care isn't related to the accident. If it turns out that maybe you had pre-existing conditions or you had something else come up that you got health care for, and that doesn't get awarded in the case, a lot of times you don't have to pay that back to the health insurance. By contrast, a lien, when you get that treatment, if your case goes away, you still owe those bills. Now, could you get discounts? Sometimes you can get charity discounts, yes. Sometimes you can negotiate the balances down, but sometimes you can't. And so a lien does not mean that you don't have to pay at the end of the case. A lien means if you get a settlement, you have to pay it out of the settlement, or if you don't, then you might have to pay it personally, just like any other bill. And so it's important to give these healthcare providers your health insurance information. It's important to tell them that, hey, once my personal injury protection runs out, I want you to bill my health insurance. And for those times where the health insurance providers, where the doctors who bill health insurance are going slow, they're not getting you the referrals you need, they're not sending you to a specialist, there are great options to go to providers who specialize in car accident cases and who will provide that treatment on a lien, and they'll wait until the end of the case to get paid. Now, that's risky for them. Sometimes that means that they don't give the biggest discounts, or sometimes their charges are a little bit higher. But that's not always the case. Sometimes the charges at the hospital are the absolute highest, and they just get written down by health insurance contracts. And so really it's a personal decision that you should talk to a qualified lawyer. You want to speak to somebody who is going to give you a fair assessment of whether using health insurance or using a lien might be a better way to get your care paid for. At the end of the day, you want to get better. At the end of the day, the biggest priority is for you to get the treatment you need. But then after that, you want to get reimbursed and get fairly compensated for your injuries. And so the more economical you can do that to get the treatment you need at a price that is reasonable, the better. And so that's what an experienced personal injury attorney can help you navigate. We don't tell you what treatment to get. We don't diagnose you. We don't tell you this is what you need or this is what you have to do. But we can sometimes help you see the risks of moving forward with treatment when your case is disputed. We can talk to you about funding options and financing options and try to help you get the best advice possible to protect yourself. So you deserve to get better, you deserve to get reimbursed, and you deserve to do that with as little collateral damage as possible. So reach out to me if you ever have a question about a car accident case or another injury case where you don't know the best way forward. Give me a call. We can talk through the options. I can give you a free consultation, and we can see what's best for you.